Hey, what's up triathletes? Taren here. The women's triathlon in the Rio Olympics is over. We are going to run through how the race unfolded and who ended up on the podium. Stick around for it. Much like the men's race, the weather was relatively mild for the women. It was only 27 degrees Celsius, 80 degrees Fahrenheit for you US folks, with 65% humidity and a little bit of cloud cover. So the athletes had a little bit of reprieve from the weather, but the question was always, over the last couple years, who would have reprieve from Gwen Jorgensen's dominance. At the start of the swim, the women broke into two packs which came together by the first buoy, and the waves were fairly manageable for the athletes with long, low swells, but the pace was absolutely furious as you could see going around each of the turns. By the end of the swim, a huge pack of athletes came out together led by Caroline Routier. But all the major competitors like Non Stanford, Flora Duffy, Emma Moffat, Sarah True, Katie Zafiris, Helen Jenkins, and Lisa Norden were all seconds behind. Gwen Jorgensen ended up getting caught up a little bit in the swim, but she was only 11 seconds back. That 11 seconds, however, was enough to force her to do a little bit of work to have to bridge the gap and get into that main pack in the bike. Shortly after the bike got going, the lead pack strung out as athletes like Sarah True and Canadian Kirsten Sweetland got snapped off the back, and 18 triathletes established themselves as the leaders. Unfortunately, after getting snapped off of that lead pack, American Sarah True did have to pull out of the race due to injury. Surprisingly, defending champ Nicola Spirig, who's been quiet for the last 4 years, established the pace on the bike, even taking a crack at going off the front and establishing a blistering pace. That attack didn't last too long, however. She was only out there a couple of minutes and the main group pulled her back in. The bike finished with those same 18 women in the lead pack, a lot of whom are in fact talented enough to scare Jorgensen on the run, and they were all within 3 seconds of the leader. The chase group was over 3 minutes back and virtually out of contention by that point. Going out onto the run, Jorgensen instantly established herself as the leader, and Spirig again chased after her and was the only woman to do so. Vicky Holland, Non Stanford, and Emma Moffat were the chase group in behind the leaders, and they seemed to be the cream of the crop going for the bronze medal, but it didn't take long before Emma Moffat got snapped off of that group and it became a Great Britain versus Great Britain race. For a while we had a really close race between Spirig and Jorgensen. Spirig even took the lead from Jorgensen for a little while, but as you look closer at the two athletes running side by side, Jorgensen seemed much more relaxed and Spirig seemed a little bit strained coming into the last lap. Incredibly, even at the pace that the leaders were running, where nobody was really gaining time on them, they had a few seconds to share camaraderie for each other. That was right before Jorgensen turned on the afterburners going into the last lap and grabbed a dominant lead from Spirig over the last 2 kilometers. In the end, as we expected, Gwen Jorgensen was too strong for anyone to contend with. Her last lap was so fast that she gained a 40-second lead on silver medalist Nicola Spirig. And rightfully so, when she crossed the finish line in 1 hour, 56 minutes and 16 seconds, she was overcome with joy after 4 years of having the burden of being the hands-down favorite and the pressure of all of the United States on her. Last place on the podium went to Great Britain's Vicky Holland, who outsprinted her countrywoman, Non Stanford, and took the bronze medal 5 seconds in behind Spirig. A huge congratulations goes out to Gwen Jorgensen, who is going home with the first gold medal for the United States in Olympic triathlon history, and only the second medal in all of Olympic triathlon history. And a very special congratulations to fellow Winnipegger Sarah Ann Bro, who represented our city and our country very well. Proud of you. So that is it for my coverage of the Rio Olympic Triathlon. Thank you to everyone who watched. If you like these videos, we are going to be coming out with the same type of coverage for the Ironman World Championship with a preview and race results afterwards. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure you subscribe. But as always, happy and hard training triathletes, and good luck in your next triathlon.